Okay, it's Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. It's been probably almost 6 months since I loaded up a video on YouTube on the Diamond T. Been working on it through this COVID-19 pandemic. So right now we've got basically a completed chassis all in mock-up. It's all tack welded together, nothing's finish welded yet. Making sure everything fits first and works like we wanted it to. So when I blow the chassis apart to powder coat it, we'll finish welding it and clean it up. And I got a lot of holes in the frame I want to fill so it's smooth on the sides. But here we are. We got the front end is all done. It's actually on suspension right now. It works really good. I got one leaf out of each side in the front right now to keep it about the right ride height, because it's kind of light with no interior or anything in it, and actually no floor, no firewall in it. But we got them are in. The shock mounts are made. The pan hard bar is installed. Motor mounts are fabricated and in. As you can see, the intercooler is in place up above the radiator right now. Need to make the plumbing for the intercooler yet. Need to turn the air intake on this 2.3 to get it to where I don't have to do a lot of plumbing on the outside. So, and then the back's done, except for I got to flare and connect up and make brackets for transition between the hard line on the axle housing and the flex line going to the calipers. I'm kind of waiting on that. I've got one more of these lines I'm having custom made, and it's supposed to be done later on this week, and I'll go pick it up and then I'll finish up the rear end. But all the fuel lines are in. We custom made a fuel pump flange, because the one they had I didn't really like, because was set up for just a vent and then had to have an external vent valve. So this one's got the vent and check valve in it. So what I'm going to plan on doing, I'm going to plan on putting a charcoal canister on it, like off a 70s style car. You know, rudimentary evaporative emissions, so the thing doesn't stink when I put it in the garage after driving it. So drive shafts in, fuel tanks all mounted, fit in there really nice. I like it. It's very well tucked up, and what that is, it's for I think 53, 54 Chevy passenger car. It's a tanks unit that's already baffled for fuel injection. So this is my evaporative emissions, pressure return line. Everything's ran up the chassis right now. I've got my fuel filter plumbed in, and got the 3-inch exhaust, 304 stainless in, done with a 4-inch tip on it. We fabricated the hanger out of 1-inch aluminum. The battery box is in and mounted to the frame, and then I made little brackets to mount in the frame to hang all the plumbing and the wiring harness. The space at the top is to put the wiring harness in. And the big thing that took so long is the emergency brake. I wanted the floor mounted brake to where it looked like an old-time truck, even though this one had one that came out under the dash, but it was really funky looking. I didn't like it. So this is actually, it's a new old stock for like a World War II Dodge Power Wagon. Then I made the bracket, and then it's running through two right side Ford Explorer cables. Like this is a 2000 Ford Explorer rear end to the little expanding drum brakes inside the rotors on it. Works really nice. Here, let's see if I can. About 3 clicks and it's locked up tight. So the next project now is we're going to start on the floor. The firewall's been removed. So the plan is we're going to take this toe board and try to move it forward about 3 to 4 inches to get more leg room in it, because right now it's really short on leg room, and we're planning on doing hopefully doing a cross country in this thing when it's done. So I need as much room in as we can get in it. So that's my next project now, is transitioning from doing the chassis work now to start in the doing the floor firewall, and get the steering column mounted. Then I need to modify the one motor mount on the other side, because the steering shaft interferes with it, so I'm going to have to cut a notch out of it, but I'm not doing it until I get the steering column mounted in its permanent place. I originally cut this one down thinking I was going to leave the toe board where it was, and I started sitting in the truck and going, it's not going to work. So ordered another I Did It column just like that one. I'm going to make it longer, and actually makes the angle better down below. I've kind of mocked it up. So using a like 64 to 66 Mustang radiator for like a 289, 260. The outlet inlet are on the right side for what I needed. The intercooler is for a Toyota MR2 aftermarket intercooler, and then it's also set up for a AC condenser up in front, and then down below that we were going to run an engine oil cooler, because being a turboed motor, it originally had an engine oil cooler that was water to oil. It interferes with the steering. The filter sticks out too far, so we're going to go ahead and go to air to oil intercooler, or oil cooler on it. So we got the dash cut out using an Auburn style dash from SoCal, and some Clayton Engineering ducts. I got the bottom duct cut for the center, and there's going to be one on the right and left side of the dashboard. Trying to make it look old-timey still. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to start trimming out the floor inside. I'm going to mock it up with some 1/4 inch masonite and see how we like it. Get the seat back in and see how it sits and how the feet feel. And then if we like it, then we'll just transfer it to sheet metal, and we'll bead roll it and break it, whatever we need to do, and then get it in there and get the floor and firewall finished up. So, but that's it for right now. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I really like the looks of the truck. I like the Diamond T with the chop top look on it. Axle pushed forward, you know, trying to make it definitely look like old style hot rod. You know, a transition from 1.5 ton farm truck to open wheel hot rod. That's the project. So if you like it, keep following. I'll try to start loading up videos more often instead of every 6 months as we start working the sheet metal on the inside. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching.